Reasons I'm running, like I said, I have a child here doing day now, and with where I'm working in the industry of renewable resources, I don't see it as being a strong industry as a job that I can hand over to my kid. You look at some of the other employers here in Mueller Brass, you have the paper factories that have generations of families that have worked there. Atchison was another one. Unfortunately, we know what happened there. So that's really one of the motivating things, is to look at a 15, 20-year plan. That's one of the things that I would like to push for, and that plan would involve input from all the different groups and everything from around here. The Chamber of Commerce, any other volunteer groups, neighborhood watches that talk with people every day. Definitely the surrounding communities with Port Huron Township, Fort Gratiot, Marysville. I know right now they like to compete with us. They try to push the other businesses in their areas, but it hurts everybody when we don't work together. Definitely within that plan, I'd like to see a lot of streamlining of getting businesses started and the local entrepreneurs that are here in town to help them grow and start up. There's a lot of communities around the world that support on just local businesses. There's no necessary need for bringing people in from outside. That does help, because there is a lot of people that are willing to start and do stuff from around the world, and just to make it easy for them to get started and build. I think here that's also, it goes into that next question about bringing the program back to stability. That long-term goal was allowing people to start up, grow, bringing in some outside investments, and letting that all work together, with limiting the city and the townships from getting in their way. Different mistakes by the council. Unfortunately, I think everybody knows about it. You see, like the Blue Water Fest. It was an attempt for the city to run something and promote something. The noble cause, but you see that when the city runs it, it just doesn't work. And that's the same thing with a lot of stuff. Businesses, the state, unfortunately, a lot of stuff just never seems to work out, pan out the way that one person dreamed without input from other people. Making the city leaders more accountable. Definitely the plan long term, you want to have the year-to-year goals on that, and have the newspaper and the communities involved. When they're all involved and talking constantly with the city council and employees of the city, it holds you accountable, because groups don't go away. The Patriots aren't going away, the Chamber of Commerce isn't going away. The city council will have turnover. They will always have turnover, but those groups will always be there. And if they're involved in the plan, they know each step in that plan and can hold the city council accountable to making sure that it continues on. City income tax, I would love to see that phased away or eliminated somehow. Any way that it can be done, I'm all for it. I'm more willing to listen to ideas. I've floated out a few ideas here and there. Definitely any input, I'm open to hearing, because I'm not smart enough to know exactly what you want and what you think. I'm not a mind reader. In the future, when Port Huron is finally a beautiful town and city, I'd love to see it maintained. That's the hardest thing, is you see a lot of governments and stuff, they get onto a nice little plateau, and they think they can do something beyond, one person will get in and they think they can do something above and beyond what everything else is going, and they kind of take over, and you see a city down spiral. So that's definitely would be my aspiration as a city, is to make sure to maintain that playing field when they get there.
Thank you. If we could have audience questions for Peter.
What is it in particular that you think is your strength that you would bring to the city council, that you will be able to offer something specific
Specifically, I'm willing to spend a lot of time meeting with the groups and getting the plan together and bringing that to the forefront. To me, a long-term plan is definitely the main thing that will get the city right. And I'm willing to put that time in. I don't necessarily know if anybody else has had that vision or the desire to put in that time. You know, and I hope some other people here will be with me and willing to do that.
Okay, sure.
You talking about getting more input from the people that live in Port Huron and everything. You see that not really too much turnout. How would you go about getting their input and information from them?
One of the things that I see is you see a lot of things like, oh, we're just going to have this meeting here. That goes back into putting in the time. I am more than willing to go door to door, talk with the different organizational leaders, and spend time with them instead of just a casual phone call. You know, hey, how's it going? You know, we're doing this. You know, what are you doing? It needs to be set up for definitely longer times and get out and just be in the community. One of the things that I did do in the past was I was a meter reader, and I read all the houses in all of St. Clair County. And you get this, when you're out there in the city and talking to people, it's different than just sitting in a meeting, because people are more casual with you, and they're more willing to speak their mind. So definitely getting out there, putting in my time, and talking with people.
Thank you.